The pizza that changed my life. It was a cold Friday night. The sky was dark, full of clouds. Rain tapped softly on the windows. Alex sat alone in his small apartment, playing a video game. The game was boring. His stomach growled. "I need pizza," he said to himself. He opened his food delivery app and ordered a large pepperoni pizza. He didn't expect anything strange to happen. For him, it was just another lonely night. 30 minutes later, the doorbell rang. Ding-dong. Alex opened the door. His eyes widened. A girl was standing there, holding the pizza box. She was not like other delivery girls. Her skin was pale, almost glowing. Her eyes were big and light purple. Her hair was silver, tied in a strange braid. She wore a green jacket that looked too big for her. She didn't look wet, even though it was raining. "Your pizza," she said in a soft, flat voice. Her words sounded robotic, but polite. Alex blinked. Thanks." He took the box and gave her some cash. She looked at the money as if she didn't know what to do with it. Then she slowly put it in her pocket. "Are you okay?" Alex asked. She looked up at him. "I am. Processing." "Processing what?" "Nothing important," she said. "Quickly, I should go now." She turned and walked away. But then she stopped near the stairs. "I don't have a place tonight," she said, without turning around. "It's cold, very cold." Alex was confused. "You mean, you're homeless?" She nodded slowly. "Yes, I sometimes sleep in my ship." "But it's broken ship?" he asked. But she didn't answer. She just walked down the stairs and disappeared into the night. Alex stood there for a minute, puzzled. Then he closed the door and sat down to eat. The pizza smelled great. He opened the box and his heart skipped a beat. Inside the box, under the pizza, was a glowing silver card. It looked like metal but felt soft, like plastic. It had strange symbols on it, not English, not any language he knew. He flipped it over. On the back was a map, stars, planets, a path drawn in red. "What is this?" he whispered. He ran to the window, looked outside, but the street was empty. The girl was gone. Alex's hands shook. His mind raced. Who was she? Why did she say ship? Was she serious? He looked at the card again. It was still glowing. His heart beat faster. He grabbed his phone and searched online. Alien symbols. Glowing card, but found nothing useful. Then his lights flickered. His computer screen turned blue for a second. The pizza box moved slightly on the table all by itself. Alex stared at it. What the hell is going on? That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept looking at the card. Every time he turned off the lights, the symbols on it glowed brighter, like they were alive. At 3 a.m., he finally made a decision. "I have to find her," he whispered. He put on his jacket, grabbed the card, and left the apartment. He didn't know where to go, but something inside him said, "She's still close." He checked the street, then walked toward the alley behind the building. The rain had stopped. The air felt strange, like it was buzzing. And there she was, sitting behind the dumpster, legs crossed, looking up at the stars. Her jacket was wet. Now, her eyes looked sad, lost. Alex walked slowly toward her. "Hey, you forgot something." She turned. When she saw the card in his hand, her face changed. "You looked inside the box," she said. It wasn't a question. She already knew. "I didn't mean to," he said. "It just fell out." She stood up. "You shouldn't have seen it. Now, things will change. Are you in trouble?" She didn't answer. "Are you really? From another planet?" She looked at him carefully. "Do you believe I am?" He nodded slowly. "I don't know why, but yes, I think I do." She stepped closer. "Then you must decide something. Alex, how do you know my name?" She gave a small smile. "We always know the name of the one who opens the star map." Alex's eyes widened. "What do you mean?" Before she could answer, a soft beeping sound came from somewhere near her neck. Her face turned serious. "They found me." She grabbed his hand, placed the glowing card in it. "Hide this and don't tell anyone. They're watching now." Suddenly, a soft blue light flashed across the sky, quick, like a blink. But Alex saw it. Something was floating far above, silent, dark, and watching. The girl ran into the shadows. Alex stood there, shaking. He looked down at the card again. A star map, a strange girl, a warning, he whispered. What did I just get into? The next morning, Alex woke up with a headache. His apartment was quiet, but his heart was not. It still raced when he thought about last night, the girl, the glowing card, the strange light in the sky. He opened his eyes and looked at the metal card on his desk. It wasn't glowing now. It just looked like a piece of smooth, silver plastic with odd symbols. Was it real, or just a dream? But the card was still there. Real. He picked it up and whispered, "Who are you?" He got dressed quickly, grabbed his jacket, and left the apartment. He needed answers, and he knew exactly where to start. Behind the building, where he saw her last, the alley was empty, no sign of her. He waited. Minutes passed, then an hour. Still nothing. Just as he was about to leave, he heard a soft sound, footsteps behind him. He turned fast. She stood there, wearing the same green jacket, but this time her hood was up. Her silver hair peeked out from the sides. Her eyes looked tired, but calm. "You came back," she said. "I had to," Alex replied. "I have so many questions." "I know," she said. They both sat on the cold concrete steps behind the building. Silence filled the space between them. "I don't even know your name," Alex said. "My Earth name is Zyra," she said after a pause. "And you're really not from here?" he asked. "No," she said softly. "Not even close." "Then, where are you from?" She looked up at the sky. "A place you call Kepler 9. My people call it Vion." Alex blinked. "That's a star system, right?" "Yes." He tried to stay calm, but inside, his mind was spinning. An alien girl, from another planet, sitting next to him like it was normal. "Why are you here?" he asked. "I was sent here to deliver something," she said. "A pizza." She smiled a little. "No, that was just a cover job. My real mission was different, but I failed. Now I'm stuck here." "What happened?" Zyra took a deep breath. "I was carrying a memory chip. It held data about a secret war between two planets. Someone wanted to destroy that chip. They set a trap for me. My ship crashed. I lost the chip. But I found a card," Alex said, showing it. "That card leads to the chip. It's a star map. The last signal from the chip came from Earth. And now others are after you." "Yes, I was not alone. A second team was sent. But they are not friendly. They want to stop the truth from getting out. That's why I said, it's not safe for me, or for you." Alex felt a chill. "So, what do we do now?" Zyra looked at him. "You have a choice. Forget everything, or help me." Alex didn't speak for a moment. Then he said, "I can't forget. I already opened the box." Zyra smiled again, but her smile faded fast. Suddenly, they heard a soft click behind them. Both turned. A small silver drone floated in the air, a red light blinking under it. "Run," Zyra shouted. They both jumped up and sprinted down the alley. The drone followed, fast and silent. It shot a beam of light, but it missed, hitting the wall and leaving a burn mark. Alex and Zyra turned a corner and ran into an old storage garage. Zyra slammed the metal door shut. She placed her hand on the wall, and the silver ring on her finger glowed. A low hum filled the room. The drone hit the door outside but couldn't get in. "What was that thing?" Alex panted. "A seeker drone," she said. "It marks targets for capture." "Great," he groaned. "Now I'm a target too." Zyra nodded. She walked to a corner of the room and pulled back a plastic cover. Underneath was a metal box with buttons. She pressed a code. The floor moved slightly, revealing a hidden trapdoor. "We have to go underground," she said. "I have a small base there. It's safe. For now." Alex followed her down a narrow tunnel. Lights flickered on automatically as they walked. The tunnel led to a small room filled with strange machines, tools, and glowing screens. It looked like a mix between a lab and a spaceship. "Welcome to my second home," Zyra said. Alex looked around, amazed. "You built all this?" "Some of it was already here. I just improved it." He looked at her with new respect. "You're not just a pizza girl." "No," she said. "And you're not just a human anymore. You're part of this now." She walked over to a screen and placed the silver card on a scanner. The screen lit up. A map appeared, stars, planets, and one red dot blinking. "The chip is here," Zyra said, pointing. "Somewhere in your city." "And the other team?" Alex asked. "They're close, too close." The room went dark for a second. Then a warning flashed on the screen. "Triangulation signal detected. You are not alone." Zyra looked at Alex. "They're coming." The underground room was quiet now. The warning on the screen had stopped flashing, but the fear stayed in the air. Alex sat on a metal chair, still trying to understand everything. He looked at Zyra as she worked on the computer, her hands moving quickly, her eyes serious. He had never seen anyone like her, not just because she was alien, but because she looked Broken Zyra didn't speak for a while. She was focused, but Alex had questions burning inside. Zyra, he finally said, why did they really send you here? She paused, then she turned to him. Because I was loyal, and I was fast. I delivered things. Messages, codes, tech, important things. I followed orders. So what went wrong? She sat down across from him. One day, they gave me a small black cube. They told me to take it to Earth. They said it was nothing, just data. But they lied. What was inside? Zyra looked at the floor. Secrets. Big ones. It showed that my planet's leaders were working with the enemy, planning to destroy a peaceful colony. Alex's eyes widened. You found out? Yes, by accident. I opened the cube. I saw the files. I knew they would come for me, so they called you a traitor. Zyra nodded. They told everyone I had stolen it, that I betrayed my own kind. They put a bounty on my head. Then they sent hunters to erase the truth. And me. Alex leaned back, shocked. That's why you're homeless. I had to run, she said. I couldn't go home, couldn't trust anyone. Earth was the last place they would search, at least, for a while. She stood up and walked over to a small locker. She opened it, then took out a round, glass-like disc. This holds the last backup of the cube, she said. But it's locked. I need a signal key to open it, and that key was hidden here. In this city, Alex held up the silver card. You mean this map? Yes, the red dot shows where the key is, or where it was, 5 years ago. But why not go get it? She sighed. Because I'm being watched. I tried once. They almost caught me. I can't go alone. Alex stood. Then you won't go alone anymore. Zyra looked surprised. You'd help me. I already opened the box. I'm already involved. And I believe you. A quiet smile appeared on her face. You're not like the others. They planned together. The red dot on the map pointed to an old building downtown, a public library. Strange place to hide alien tech. But maybe that was the point. Before they left, Zyra handed Alex a small device. It hides your heat signal. If they send drones, it will help. Alex clipped it to his belt. Let's do this. They moved through back alleys, avoiding open roads. Zyra walked like she had done this many times before, quiet, fast, alert. Finally, they reached the library. It was dark and empty, closed for repairs. Perfect cover. Inside, old shelves stood like sleeping giants. Dust covered the floor. Lights flickered weakly. Zyra walked toward the history section. How do you know where to look? Alex whispered. I hid it myself, she said. Long ago. She moved a shelf slowly, revealing a panel in the wall. She pressed a hidden button, and a small compartment opened. Inside was a silver key-shaped object with blinking blue lights. Zyra picked it up. This is it. But then crash. The front door slammed open. Red light filled the room. A robot stepped in, tall, black, with thin arms and no face. Behind it, 2 shadowed figures entered, wearing long coats and dark visors. Run! Zyra shouted. She threw the key to Alex and pulled out a glowing rod from her jacket. She pressed it, and it lit up like a sword. She charged at the robot, swinging fast. Sparks flew as metal hit metal. Alex turned to run, but the floor shook. Another robot came from the side aisle. He ducked just in time. The robot swung and missed. He rolled under a table and ran toward the back door. Zyra fought with strength and speed Alex had never seen. But there were too many of them. He shouted, Zyra, this way. She jumped back, threw a small ball toward the enemy's exploded in a bright flash, filling the room with smoke. Together, they escaped through the back door and ran into the night. They didn't stop until they reached the underground tunnel. Again, breathing hard, Alex handed the key to Zyra. You did it, he said. Zyra looked at the key, then at him. We did it. But just then, Alex saw something strange in the metal surface of the key. He saw Zyra's reflection, but she didn't cast one in the glass window beside her. He turned slowly, confused, then walked to a mirror on the wall. He looked at Zyra. She stood behind him, but in the mirror she was not there. His blood turned cold. Why don't you have a reflection? She looked away. I told you I'm not from Earth, she said, then added quietly, but I didn't tell you everything. Alex stared at the mirror. He could see himself clearly, but Zyra, she wasn't there, not even a shadow. He turned to look at her directly. She stood quietly, holding the silver key. Zyra, he said slowly, what are you? She looked into his eyes, and for the first time, she looked afraid. I'm not just an alien, she said. I'm part light. My body isn't made like yours, it's more energy than matter. Alex stepped back. So you're not real. I am real, she said. But not in the way you understand. I can still feel. I can be hurt. I can die. He didn't know what to say. Everything felt more dangerous now. Come, Zyra said. It's time. We have the key. Now we must go to my ship. You said it was broken. Yes, but with the key, I can repair it. I hid it before the crash deep underground. Zyra pressed the silver card again. A new map appeared on her wrist screen. The ship is under an old parking lot near the train station. Alex nodded. Let's go. They moved fast through the dark streets. The city was quiet, but Alex felt eyes on them. Drones, agents, he wasn't sure. Finally, they reached a wide, cracked parking lot. Broken lights hung above. Weeds grew through the concrete. Zyra walked to the center and held up her hand. A soft light blinked beneath the ground. Then, the earth rumbled. A square platform slowly rose from the ground. Metal, smooth, and glowing faint blue. She stepped on it. Alex followed. The platform dropped down like an elevator, silent and fast. They entered a large underground chamber. Alex's jaw dropped. There it was. A ship. It looked like a silver arrowhead with blue lines running across it. It floated above the ground, held by invisible force. This is your ship, Alex whispered. Yes, the Lunaris. She's old, but strong. Zyra ran her fingers across a panel. Lights flickered on. Screens came to life. But one panel blinked red. Core system offline, she muttered. That's where the key comes in. She inserted the silver key into the panel. A soft hum filled the room. The red light turned green. She's waking up, Zyra said with a smile. Alex looked around. The ship's inside glowed brighter. Everything felt alive. But then boom. The sound echoed through the chamber. What was that? Alex asked, eyes wide. Zyra rushed to a screen. They followed us. They're above ground. A camera feed showed 2 black cars stopping on the parking lot. 4 agents stepped out, followed by 2 robots. Zyra ran to a control pad. I can hide the ship, but it will take 90 seconds. Alex looked up. They'll be here before that. She tossed him a small round device. This is a pulse grenade. It will shut down their tech for a few seconds. Use it only when they get close. Alex took a deep breath. I've never used a grenade before. Zyra gave him a quick look. You're doing fine. The elevator platform rose back to the surface. Alex crouched behind a broken car. The agents had already entered the lot. One of them scanned the ground. Energy signature detected. She's here, one of them said in a cold, robotic voice. Alex's hand tightened around the grenade. One robot stepped forward. Its red eyes glowed. A gun extended from its arm. The agents spread out. Then one of them saw Alex. There. Alex jumped from behind the car and ran. Bullets hit the ground near his feet. He ducked behind a wall and threw the grenade. Zap! A wave of blue light exploded outward. The robots froze. The agents' visors went dark. Alex sprinted back to the platform. Zyra pulled him down just as it dropped again. Nice timing, she said. They landed hard in the ship's chamber. Zyra rushed to the ship. Core is charged. We can move it now, she said. The ship lifted higher and turned slowly. A ramp opened with a soft hiss. Get in, she said. Alex followed her up the ramp. The inside was small but filled with lights, screens, and soft hums. It felt like stepping into a heartbeat. Zyra took the pilot's seat. Hold on. The ship shook slightly. Then boom. A blast hit the top. The roof of the chamber cracked. The agents had found them. Zyra pushed a glowing circle. The ship rose fast. Concrete shattered above. Sunlight poured in. Alex looked out and saw the parking lot exploding upward as the ship broke through the ground like a bullet. They flew high above the city, into the clouds. For a moment, everything was silent. Then, Zyra spoke. We have to leave Earth. Soon Alex turned to her. What do you mean? There's more, she said. The truth I found on the data chip. It wasn't just about my world. It's about yours too. Alex's face turned pale. Your leaders, some of them already made contact with the enemy. He sat back, stunned. What enemy? Zyra looked at him with serious eyes. The one that's coming next. The ship flew high above the clouds, silent, like a ghost. Inside, Alex sat in the co-pilot's seat, trying to breathe normally. Everything he thought he knew about life was gone. Aliens were real. Governments were hiding secrets. And he just a normal guy was flying in a stolen alien ship with a girl who didn't even cast a reflection. Zaira was focused on the controls. Her hands moved fast, adjusting buttons and screens. Finally, Alex asked, "What did you mean?" "That my leaders made contact with the enemy." She turned slowly. "I didn't want to tell you yet, but you deserve the truth." Zaira stood and walked to a small silver orb near the wall. She touched it, and it glowed. "What's that?" Alex asked. "A memory sphere," she said. "It records history, real history." The room dimmed. A 3D image appeared, floating in the air. It showed 2 planets. One was Zaira's home Vion. The other was dark and red, with black rings spinning around it. "That is Draxes," Zaira said. "A dead planet. Long ago, it was full of life, but they chose war. They destroyed everything, even themselves. Now they steal technology from other worlds. They don't build, they only take." The image changed. Now it showed a hidden meeting, a group of humans shaking hands with tall, dark figures, wearing metal masks. "Your leaders made a secret deal with the Drakes," Zaira said. "In exchange for power and technology, they agreed to let Earth become a resource planet. That means, one day, Earth will be harvested." Alex stood up, shocked. "That's insane. Why would anyone agree to that?" "Because they didn't believe it would happen in their lifetime," Zaira said. "Or maybe they just didn't care." The image disappeared. Alex sat back down, quiet. Zaira placed the silver key on the table. "This has enough evidence to stop everything. If we reach my planet, I can clear my name and warn the galaxy about Earth's future." Alex looked at her. "But you said your people think you're guilty." "They do," she said softly. "That's why we must go to the Court of Elders. They are the highest law in Vion. Believe me, they will protect Earth. If not, they'll send me to the Void." "The Void?" Zaira looked away. "It's a place without light, a prison where time moves slow. You don't die there. You just stop living." Alex's stomach turned. "Then we need to convince them." She nodded. That the ship shook slightly as it entered space. The stars outside stretched across the black sky like glitter on ink. Zaira set the course. "It will take 2 hours to reach the outer gate of Vion. After that, the court will decide my fate." Alex looked out the window. "Then we better be ready." 2 hours later, the ship slowed near a glowing blue ring in space. It looked like a doorway made of starlight. Zaira's voice was calm. "We're here." The ship passed through. Suddenly, everything changed. They were in a space city, floating towers, rings of silver, and ships flying in patterns. It was beautiful and strange, but no one welcomed them. Instead, a message appeared on the screen. "Zaira of Vion, surrender ship. Prepare for judgment." Zaira nodded once. "It's time." She landed on a silver platform. Guards were waiting. Their armor glowed with white light. They didn't speak. They took her gently but firmly. Alex tried to follow, but one guard stopped. He's with me," Zaira said. The guard scanned Alex, then nodded. They entered a large chamber made of crystal. Floating in the air were 5 giant figures, the elders. They wore long robes and masks of pure light. One spoke, voice deep and powerful. "Zaira of Vion, you were trusted, you were chosen, but you ran, you hid, you stole." Zaira stepped forward. "I found truth, a truth you refused to see. You brought a human," another elder said. "That is against the code." "This human holds the key," she said, "and he saw everything." She gave Alex the silver key. He walked slowly toward the elders and placed it on a stone platform. The lights dimmed. The room filled with images from the key, proof of the Drake's plan, proof of the human government's betrayal, and proof Zaira never meant harm. When the lights came back, the elders were silent. Then the first one spoke again. "This changes everything." Zaira waited, holding her breath. "You are no longer a traitor," the elder said. "You are a witness." She closed her eyes in relief. "But," the elder added, "your human must not return to Earth. He knows too much. His memory must be erased." Alex's eyes widened. "What?" Zaira stepped in front of him. "No, he helped me. He saved me. He deserves the truth. He is a risk," the elder said. Zaira turned to Alex. "I won't let them take your mind." Suddenly, a loud alarm echoed through the chamber. A voice shouted, "Emergency! Unknown ship detected above Vion." Zaira looked at the elders. "It's the Drakes. They're here." The elders stood. They followed the key. Zaira turned to Alex. "It's not over," she said. The chamber shook. The walls of crystal hummed as red warning lights blinked overhead. The elders stood in silence, their glowing faces staring up at the screen showing the enemy ship. It was dark and sharp, black like stone, but alive. The Drakes had arrived. They must have followed the key's signal, Zyra said. I tried to block it, but they're smarter now. Alex looked at her. Can your people fight them? The elders didn't answer. Zyra turned to them. You have to send ships. You have to fight back. One elder spoke slowly. Vion is a planet of peace. We do not strike first. But they already did, Zyra shouted. They want to erase your history, your laws, your future. Another elder finally said, if you wish to lead defense, you may, but you will not do it alone. Zyra nodded. Then I need one thing from your vault. The elders were silent for a moment. Then they nodded once. 10 minutes later, Zyra and Alex stood in a silver chamber deep beneath the council tower. A tall case opened before them. Inside was a strange device box with blue veins glowing across. It pulsed slowly, like a heartbeat. What is it? Alex asked. Zyra looked at it with awe. A truth core. It holds a backup of every judgment, every law, every record of Vion. If it's destroyed, everything is lost. So why bring it? Because the Drakes want to erase truth. They don't just conquer planets, they delete their stories. If we protect this, we protect the memory of my people. She closed the box carefully and handed it to Alex. You need to deliver this. Me, he asked, surprised. They won't expect a human. You can move through the tunnels faster. Take it to the sky beacon. That tower can upload the truth core to every star system. If we send the truth, no one can erase it. What about you? I'll hold the enemy at the gate, she said, then smiled. It's my last delivery. Alex ran. The underground city of Vion was like a maze, glowing bridges, floating stairs, tunnels of blue glass. He followed the map Zyra gave him, holding the box close to his chest. Above, the sky thundered. The Drake's ship had begun firing. Energy blasts cracked the clouds. Citizens ran for shelter. Sirens echoed like screams. Alex reached a small lift. It took him up fast, toward the beacon tower. It stood tall like a sword made of light. But at the top he wasn't alone. A figure stood between him and the beacon's gate, tall, thin, wearing black armor. Its face was hidden behind a red mask. Give me the box, it said in a voice like ice. Alex stepped back. Who are you? I was Zyra's friend, it said, long ago, until she chose the truth over her own people. Alex's eyes narrowed. Then you betrayed her. I chose power. You should too. Give me the core. You're just a human. This isn't your war. Alex tightened his grip. No, but truth belongs to everyone. The masked figure raised a weapon. Suddenly, a ship swooped down. It was the lunar Osiris ship. It landed hard. The ramp opened. Zyra jumped out, holding her light blade. Get away from him, she said, voice sharp. The figure turned to face her. You never learn, Zyra. You fight for dying ideas. I fight so they don't die. They clashed. Sparks flew. The tower shook from every strike. Their blades glowed with heat. Alex ran for the console. He placed the truth core into the port. Lights turned blue. A countdown began. Uploading 12%. The figure saw it and shouted, no. It broke from the fight and ran toward Alex. Zyra moved fast. She threw her blade. Direct hit. The blade hit the figure's chest. The armor cracked. The enemy fell to its knees. Smoke rising. Zyra limped toward Alex. She was bleeding. Her side burned. Is it working? She asked. Alex nodded. 75%. Almost there. Suddenly, a new alarm rang. Alex looked at the screen. A Drake's missile is heading for us. Zyra's eyes went wide. They're going to destroy the beacon. Alex looked at her. Then the box. We can stop it, he said. We just need to buy time. She shook her head. There's no time, but I can take the ship, crash it into the missile. Stop it before it hits. No, Alex said. You'll die. Zyra smiled sadly. Better, I die with truth, then live in silence. She pressed her hand to his cheek. Thank you for trusting me, for seeing me. Tears filled his eyes. You saved me. Let me save you now. No, Alex, you already did. She ran to the ship. The engines roared to life. Alex watched from the tower as the Lunaris shot into the sky. A silver streak of hope. Seconds later, a flash. The sky lit up. The missile exploded. Mid-air, the beacon shook but stayed standing. Upload complete. The truth. had been sent to the stars. Zyra was gone, but her story would live forever. The sky was quiet again. Ash floated down like dark snow. The smoke from the exploded Drake's missile drifted across Vion's upper atmosphere. Beacon Tower stood tall, shining softly in the aftermath of war. The Truth Core had uploaded. The galaxy now knew everything. Zyra was gone. Alex stood at the edge of the tower, watching the horizon. His hands were dirty. His heart was heavy. He didn't cry, not yet. He was too stunned, too full of thoughts. She had flown straight into the missile. No second thoughts, no goodbye. Only courage. She saved everyone, he whispered. Footsteps came behind him. One of the elders approached, floating gently, their robe moving like light. Human, the elder said. We mourn her loss. Alex nodded, eyes fixed on the sky. She was the bravest person I've ever met. The elder's voice was calm. Because of her, the truth is free. Because of her, our world still stands. Alex didn't answer. The elder floated beside him. We reviewed the data. The humans on your planet. Some of them truly betrayed their kind, but not all. Alex turned. Then why punish me? I didn't lie. I helped her. You did. The elder agreed. You stood beside her, even when others ran. For that, we offer you something. Alex raised an eyebrow. What? The elder lifted a hand. A blue light appeared. From it, a small ship descended, sleek, silver, shaped like a drop of rain. Its lights pulsed softly. This ship is for you. A gift and a question. A question. Would you like to return to Earth? The elder asked. Or would you like to join our stars as one of us? Alex was silent for a long time. He thought of his apartment, his job, the normal life he used to live. Video games, quiet nights, pizza. Then he thought of Zyra, of the things he saw, the danger, the wonder, the truth. I don't belong on Earth anymore, he said finally. Not after what I've seen. Not after what I've done. The elder nodded. Then take the ship. It will guide you. Alex walked toward it slowly. The ramp opened with a soft hiss. Inside, the ship felt familiar. Smooth walls, soft light, calm air. As if it had been waiting for him. He sat in the pilot seat. The controls lit up. A screen glowed in front of him. Suddenly a voice, not robotic, not cold. Her voice. Hello, Alex. He froze. His eyes widened. Zyra, he whispered. The screen showed her face, a recording. Her smile, soft and kind. If you're seeing this, it means I'm gone, her voice said. But I had time to leave one last message, and one last gift. Alex leaned closer. This ship, she said, was meant for you. I programmed it myself. I added a piece of my memory to its core. So I'll always be here, not alive, but not gone either. He smiled, eyes full of tears. You changed my life. The recording continued. Not because you were special, but because you were kind. You saw me when others looked away. You listened. You believed. And that made all the difference. The screen faded to black. One final message appeared. Keep flying. Tell the truth. Help the lost. Alex closed his eyes. For a moment, he just sat there, remembering her laugh, her sharp words, her soft look when she trusted him. Then he touched the controls. The ship lifted gently from the platform and rose into the sky. Below, the people of Vion watched. Some cheered, some placed their hands over their hearts, some just stood in silence. The human who carried truth had become a part of their story. As the ship passed through the upper gates of the city, Alex looked out at the stars. They didn't look so far now. A small alert blinked on the console. New coordinates received. Unknown signal. DITICTID. Alex smiled. Another adventure. He turned the ship toward the signal. The stars opened in front of him. He whispered softly, Zyra, I'll find the lost ones, just like you found me. And with that, the ship disappeared into the dark, leaving only a silver trail behind. Some say the stars remember. They say one small ship still flies across the edge of the galaxy, delivering hope to broken planets, carrying stories of truth, kindness, and one alien girl who refused to let lies win. And somewhere, in the heart of that ship, a voice still whispers, you're not alone.